The record button. Recording is going now, everyone. Hello! And welcome in! I hope everyone is doing well. We are gonna just have a good time. Shouldn't we do that? But we're gonna relax, enjoy some Gems of War. I'm gonna do my dailies, and then I'm going to... oh, these are just gnomes. Just noticed that. And then we're gonna do the guild event stuff. So that way I help out my guild this week. Because I haven't yet, because mostly this week I had been playing Planescape Torment. Had a ton of fun with that. It was quite enjoyable. I have no idea how much it is. It's probably still like $15 on Steam. Because if there's something I've learned, it's that old games that are re-released at this point are just like, yeah, they were $15 back in, 2000. But they also are still $15. Though, granted, since, a lot of games tend to be like $20 and of the sort. Not $20. God, I wish games were $20. A lot of games tend to be $60 or $80. The fact that it's just $20 and it's still an amazing experience is like, yeah, I can live with that. Because it was a great game. Had a ton of fun with that. I know I meant to talk about it a lot with the last stream I was doing, but the internet was really bad, and so I got depressed. And not literally necessarily, but definitely was just like defeated due to the good old-fashioned case of the internet wasn't working, and I was having a ton of fun with streaming, and I really wanted to be able to continue streaming. Kind of hard to do that without internet working. Luckily, got an arrow down. It was just a router, and we got the router taken care of, so all ended up good. Dang. Okay. Yeah, that might shuffle. Oh, that shuffles pretty much nothing. Wow, yeah, that was giving me like nothing. Let's just do that. Doesn't give me a bonus turn, but at least gets me to punch something. First gives them a bonus turn. Well, now they're gonna summon minions. Now they're gonna punch me, definitely. It's like I want to say red, but nope, no red. Red is like super close, but brown does work. And that also works. Oh, hey, Not. I hope you're doing well. Oh, I have now gone back to a stable internet. It is nice. I am quite happy with that. I did forget to put it back to 60 FPS. So right now we're only streaming at 30 FPS. I realized that after I started, I went like, it won't make too much of a difference. We're playing Gems of War. The stuff happening in a second is very low. Oh no. Dang, these guys actually have a ton of health. Blue to yellow. Yeah, exactly. It's just like 30 frames a second should be just fine. Now, I was also thinking of starting to play Doom. But one, I don't have it downloaded, and two, I don't really have space right now. I've run out of space again. It is like, I want to say like 2 or 3 terabytes of space. And it's like, I have managed to run out of space on that. It's just like, ah. And the funny thing is, about 1 terabyte isn't even really filled with games. It is literally just filled with like projects and video. Actually, no, the videos are now on the other drive, but still would be roughly the same. Oh, dang it. But I need to offload a bunch more videos. Yeah, it's like I don't actually have the space to download Doom right now because I just have so many other games downloaded that it's like I don't want to get rid of, I don't want to uninstall this game yet. Ah, dang it. No. No. Yeah, I'll just do that then, I guess. It's like no good combo to make it yellow, unfortunately. No. At least gives me a few more yellows. I can do some damage at the very least. That should be fine. Oh, sweet. Got a bonus thing. Yeah, it's just like I have so many, and the thing is, I really could uninstall a good bit of the games I have, because like I haven't played them for a while, and or other reasons. Like I'll say the only game I've recently uninstalled that hasn't just been like, ooh, let me check this out, and then immediately, like, just like, okay, I tried it out, had my fun, goodbye, kind of thing. Any of the games that I've played for a while, only recent one was Planescape Torment, because it's like, I finished the game. I don't need to play it again, kind of thing. Like, it'll be a while. But I had a ton of fun with that. There's no good combos. I guess, yeah, just punch. Oh, dang it. That's gonna make things a little bit more annoying. Now I have to rely on skulls. It's not impossible, it just will take a little while. I wish the only downside with like both these get charged by yellow, so they recharge themselves, but he just kind of gets left out to left out in the open. It's kind of unfortunate at times. Unfortunate indeed. Okay, can do that. Oh, can't really do that, otherwise I sacrifice someone. Thanks for the lurk. Do appreciate it. Okay. Oh, can do brown. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, red is off. I guess we just punch him. Oh, dang it. That's not good. Okay, finished. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh. And some gems. Gotta love getting a handful of gems. So it is at least still a handful of them. Wow, there's no good combos. Okay. Ah, there is now. Wonderful. All it takes is a little luck to get it all working nice. Okay. Sweet, sweet. Nope. Okay. I always want to just hit that to hit the battle when that's not how that works. Also, hopefully the audio is good because I'm still am testing out having the mic above me slightly because it gets it out of my way, or like visual way, and it's at least closer to me, and I think it's doing good, but I don't know for certain. I also do know my voice is a little scratchy right now. So it's a case of like either way, it's probably not going to sound too great, just due to the fact that the voice that is being transmitted itself is a little broken. Well, I guess first things first. Oh man, wow, there's like nothing. I had some fun with Planescape. That's why I took roughly like a week break from streaming, because I was just having a lot of fun with Planescape. So it was the case of like, well, I'm playing that. Wow, there's just like no combos. They just aren't opening at all. It's like I didn't even get to do anything. Oh. And like the initial areas were a little bit slow and quite difficult just due to the fact that like low health, um like low health, low damage, all that kind of stuff made it a little bit more difficult. But then I gunned it for the mage class and was like, I'm gonna get a mage. I want to play as a mage with this playthrough, so I got it. And then what I started doing was, because if you whatever class you level to a new level first as, you get their hit dice. So instead of like a D4 for mages, you get a D10 if you're a fighter. And so what I'd do, I'd level my fighter first to that level, and then I would level the mage, and then kind of back and forth kind of thing. And by the end of it, I just had a ton of health, and I was like, I don't have to worry about dying. That's great. Unfortunately, my companions also have to worry about dying. However, once it got to the, okay, I'm getting close to the end, I am just going to try my best to, you know, finish up and win kind of thing. Hey, that's very unfortunate. Because he's kind of important for the damage dealing. Dang it! That's actually going to be very... I literally have no damage on this team otherwise. Ouch. Can't make anything drop yet. Like, this is gonna be rough. They got more skull. Okay. I think I can get a win out of this at the very least. I see that they changed it, so instead of when you take life damage, it's just damage, which actually is kind of wild to the point where it's like, yeah, that kind of makes orcs even more powerful. Oh, skull's right there. More skulls. Maybe skulls. Let's eliminate some armor. They're getting so lucky when it comes to the skulls. It's like, dang it. I shouldn't be having any issues at this point. I got lucky there, that's for certain enough. Try that. Yeah, let's just do this. And so close. Oh. Nose is still a little bit clogged. I think that's just due to the probably many health issues. Anyways, more with like Planescape Torment. Had a ton of fun early area, and with getting mage class in the way that I did it, you get rewarded with these earrings and a mage bracer, which ends up putting your AC around at around to 4. Also, this is old D&D, so lower AC is better, lower Thaco is better as well. So, you know, to be better, you must go lower, kind of thing. And so, comparatively as well, like, Planescape doesn't have armor, so the mage bracer and such is effectively armor. And so, as a mage, I had way better AC than I had as a fighter, which I always felt really funny. Because it's one of those cases like, that's not how that should work. But it was. So it was like, when I would try to level my fighter, fighter class, it was just like, oh, I'm so crunchy. Ah, ooh, I'm crunchy. So ever so crunchy. And then I'd switch to the quote-unquote crunchy mage, and it'd be like, I am untouchable. You cannot do anything to me. And it was great that way. Oh, they did freeze me. And so once I got to the end game as well, like, it was the point of just like, I stayed in mage form, and it was like, I am going to be nice and prepared. I have all these fun spells, lots of damage, all that kind of good stuff. The funniest thing, I used actually absolutely no spells in the last area, but the area before that, I just unloaded with spell after spell. It was very much the case of the case of like, I have no idea how much damage I need to do, but this dude still is barely hurt after most of my spells. I've actually put Darkon or Dakin into just attacking normally instead of also doing a bunch of spell casting. Like, it was to that point of just like, I am doing so many things. Just like doing so many things, and I'm running out of spells. How much more health can this dude take? And then eventually won. But it was very much like, I have no idea how much further this will go. Oh, you webbed me. That's no good. More brand. Like, I might as well, do this. Get rid of some armor on people. I need to be unwebbed. Should try to kill the spider first, apparently. Okay, spider's dead, and yeah, I'm unwebbed. That's what mattered. Just do that. Oh yeah, the end area, the final area, I was expecting to need to save my spells, so I was just doing the preliminary, the ads with just kind of basic stuff. A lot of sitting and healing as well. Like, I was prepared for everything of just like, okay, prep this, prep that, like, I've got everything I need, or not need, but everything I have all set up. I'm gonna be ready for this big boss fight. And the funniest thing as well, you can get an item in the final area that you could just spam as a super attack. It's like, oh, that makes it way too easy. That's what people just like, hello, you get skulls. Not people, but right now it's just like, hello, skulls for you. Let's make sure said skulls don't get out of hand. That's very unfortunate. Any good green combos? Not really. Still not really. But at the very least, I get a good amount of brown, and that still is good in my book. What else? Yeah. I would just say, kind of in general, Planescape Torment was quite the enjoyable thing. Like, combat was okay. Um, but really, the key thing was just the actual story of it was pretty good. Yeah, I can turn into brown successfully. And I had a lot of fun. It took a long time because the downside of a good story is that there's usually a lot of it, and as such, it takes a little while. But I enjoyed every little bit of it. I guess, yeah, let's just punch it. Watch it again. But yeah, and then, I came back to try and stream some more, and then the internet decided to fully fail. And the key thing as well with the internet was that before this, with the old router, it was going like, sorry, that was a big ol' yawn. Like, it would jump from 2 to 12 upload speed, like bouncing around between there, kind of like a pinball machine in a sense. And it was terribly unstable. However, with said new router that I recently got yesterday, pretty much yesterday evening, honestly, it is now just at a solid 11.47, or roughly that. Like, it barely changes like a tenth of a point, which is quite nice. Okay, there. I was like, wow, there's nothing to do. I can do that right down there. That'll work just fine. Probably should take out that dude. He looked big and menacing. He was probably dangerous. What do you do again? You do knights. Yeah, I was like, you're not a knight, so don't worry about it. Oh, nice. Didn't think that was going to work out. And so now I have stable internet, and I actually theoretically could put the bitrate up again. Since, now it's actually stable, so, I can do that. Either way, it is the case of, like, I don't really need to, especially not right now, just due to the fact that, playing Gems of War, it's not very, graphically intense. Ah, I got shipped because that turned to a stone block of all the different things. You betrayed me. So yeah, now we got stable internet again. I'm so happy with that. I didn't realize that was an issue, really. Because also, another thing, that's been going on for years at this point. Like, it wasn't as bad as it was this, like, last week or so, but it was definitely a case of, like, it was always bouncing around from, like, 6 to 12 or 8 to 12, like, usually in those ranges, where now it's just like steady. Like if I look at the bit rate on OBS right now, it is staying at roughly a solid 4200, give or take 100. Like it still has some variability, but that is pretty much the incredibly stable bit rate that I'm dealing with right now. Where before it would be jumping around from like 2000 to 8000 to 500 to, like, I mean, granted that was when it was really bad, but even before that it would be jumping around like by 1,000 or so off the mark. And it was just like, yep, that's just normal. That's just what happens. Not realizing that was the sign of doom coming from far away. You know what? That worked. That worked actually surprisingly well. I think you just get health, which is the most annoying thing you could do. It works. Nice. I do love the Journey characters. I am happy though that they got nerfed. Because Journey used to be the easiest thing you could ever do. Just because you put that thing in front, or, you know, where it'll just get charged, and then it could just infinitely create, like, it was even better than it is now. Because I think the base was like 5 gems or something, boosted by whatever. And so you basically almost guaranteed gave yourself 4 ways. And so, you know, with a team that was built around just charging, hey, I wanted him in the front. Built around just like charging, you know, that one character up over and over again. It was just wildly, wow, I got screwed there. Very unfortunate. What do we have? Yes, we do. Oh. And like, I am happy because it used to be also the case that there was one of the chargers, Journey chargers, that was, I would want to say, one of the werewolf kind. And so you could spam them over and over and over and over again with the 3 werewolf constructs things that gave 4 to all stats whenever you matched those gems, making them just like max out really dang quick. And that was PvP. Like, if it wasn't those, it was the elemental star, and now we just have the elemental star. But I mean, it's one of those cases like, maybe it's not in a better place. But at the very least, now it's the case of well, now it's at least a case of one less exploit. But yeah, no. The more I talk, I'm like, maybe not. Maybe it wasn't a good idea. Because at least we had multiple options. Granted, the PvP system right now, it's not too bad. There does seem to be a lot of doable things. But there's still so many elemental star builds. Because they're just so OP. Because, like, if you freeze, entangle, burn, and whatever, you basically eliminate and like anything an enemy can do, and then you have a team that just goes like, hello, and, you know, just keeps beating them up. And so it's one of those cases just like, whoever can strike first, which it really has been how PvP has been for a while. It is quite unfortunate. Not much I can do about that other than like, yep, that's a thing. But it is the downside, I do remember back in the day, I used to almost always try and get to max PvP rank every week. But also back then, it was a lot easier. One, there wasn't as many cheesy builds. Um, just my Stormheim team with the Jarl. Not even the Queens yet, I want to say. Like, just the Jarl himself was like, yeah, I've got tons of power. But like now, like they'd probably do alright, but not great. Um, nice. And like also on top of that, with the old PvP system, a lot of people set their defenses to the fire explosion, little fire elementals that went boom. Because they start with empowered, they just go boom, they explode, and they die. So it's a case of it's easy win. And so a lot of people did that because a lot of other people did it. And because there really wasn't any benefit of winning a defense battle, like you got a little bit of glory, but you still had a decent chance of killing an enemy with those fire bombs. And so sometimes you'd get a kill and get the 1 or 2 points of glory anyways. And then on top of that, because you're an easy team to beat, you usually ended up seeing a lot more attacks because people were like, oh yeah, well, I'll just take this out. And so it's like, even if it was 1 in 10, ends up losing, you're getting tons of battles versus, having an actual defense. People will be like, I don't feel like doing that. I can just go to the, firebomb team that's there. Oh yeah, kind of forgot about trying to kill them. That's quite unfortunate. Oh, we got at least some brown, so that works for me. And then also, yesterday I have officially quit playing the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes due to a good old-fashioned case of I just wasn't having fun, and I finally kicked myself off of it. I've been playing for like 7-8 years, and like I have most of all the different things. It just, anything new, you have to get it like a year later. Yeah, you get it early on with the marquee event, but then to farm it, get it to 7 stars, you have to get it, start farming it once it's available, and then from there it's going to be 6 months or so. And so it's just the case of like, yeah, I don't get to play with whatever's new. And then the conquest, it's just royally annoying. A lot of the feats of like, oh, do this, have so many issues. Like, what partly sent me over the edge was the there's conquest feat that was just like, oh yeah, inflict doubt 60 times. But the thing is, not many characters inflict doubt. Almost all of them are journey characters, with some of them being conquest characters, I guess. And most of them also not being that good, other than like Malgus. But also Malgus doesn't really do much, like many doubts, where you need a 60. You really needed probably like Balin Skull, newer character. You could legitimately get him at this point without spending, but kind of why it would be difficult. And then you also have to wait for his event to roll around. Wow, there's just nothing. Just pop out the purple. And then like Afra, that was a legitimate like, okay, you could use Afra. I don't have Afra because Afra's just not that useful. Because she had like a niche, and then she came out like right before Datacons or Omicrons. I can't remember. And so then she immediately became much less powerful. And so it's like she's not really useful, so I haven't tried to get her up. But like Malgus, at least, I have him, relegate, all that kind of fun stuff. Because he's an awesome defense, and I was having fun using him on, offense. In this case for conquest stuff. But the issue lies in their spaghetti code, where it, and if it's not directly done by one of your characters, it doesn't count as you doing it. So it was a case of Malgus has a leader mechanic where when an enemy dispels doubt, the doubt spreads. And so I was fighting a Starkiller team, and Barris, like, ooh, debuff, ooh, a debuff, ooh, a debuff. And, she was getting tons of bonus turns kind of stuff. Not literally bonus turns, but, effectively getting to go a lot and cleanse a lot of the doubt off. Which was really nice for me. But the issue there was because it wasn't an action that I was doing that caused it. It didn't count as me inflicting doubt, which is just like, that's what broke me. It's just like, this game is so buggy, so poorly made at this point that it's just like, it's not worth the time. I'm not having fun. This is just a chore that is, upsets me at every turn. And I was like, you know what? I gotta cut myself off. And I stopped playing. I enjoy the idea of the game, but the reality of it is just terrible. Because, like, another thing, like the territory wars, it is a royal annoyance to try and deal with territory wars. Because you have to set up your defense every single time. There's no easy way to just set out your defense. I was planning on making macro to do that, but it's still difficult because you have to scroll through a bunch of things, and macros don't like to try and scroll. I mean, I've gotten better at it, but scrolling, normally, and scrolling with like a macro works slightly differently, and it's very much just due to the fact that you do a lot more than what you think is one scroll tends to not actually be a single scroll. And, I've gotten better at it, but so it's just a case of like, that's difficult to try and do that, and that's not everyone has that, and so it's the case that you gotta reset your defenses every single time. That's just really tiring, especially when it's the case of like, well, you don't want to do it kind of thing. Oh yeah, it was these guys, the persistence, and then the wargear, and then there was I can't remember if it was green, but I think it was just a wargear that could self-charge indefinitely. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was 4 more gems. Yeah, give all, and so they would just get tons of power. Like it was a wild thing, and like, this is damage to an enemy and a random enemy, and so. Oh yeah, and then there's just a flat 25% chance to devour. It's just like, and you could charge them up really easily. It was wild how effective it was. But that at least was nerfed somewhat. Yeah, so like territory is just like, and then on top of that as well, the like territory wars are very important, but also like they were rough to try and deal with. The nice thing with like the Marvel Strike Forces, you get to set your defense once, and then if you want to change, you can change it between wars, but you don't have to. It just is there. Which is so much better. Wow, there really is no... Oh no, there is right there. Just like, it's so much better there. And then on top of that, it has it set up so that you only have 10 attacks. So it's not the case of like, oh, you gotta, like you have a team to counter this team, this team, this team, this, do a bunch of different things. It is just the case of you do your 10 attacks and you call it good. You can get more energy, and so it's a case of like if your guild calls upon you kind of thing and you have the teams. I don't necessarily have the teams past my 10 attacks unless they're only against shield units. But it's like you can get more energy if need be. And I mean, either way, there is the, kind of balancing where things are. Also, apparently, the dog's barking. It's probably a dog outside, but yeah. I'm gonna check to see what the dog's barking about. So I will be right back. What do I have on the screen? Yes. Okay. We'll be right back. I'm checking on the dog. Okay. We are back. Yeah, no idea what the dog was barking at. So, no surprise there, though. Okay, green to brown. Everyone does green to brown, apparently. Yeah. Let's back. Okay. I wanted to make it so that he used that while there wasn't any 4 ways to be made. Yeah, no idea what the dog was barking at. One of those things where it's like, I don't know. I probably will never know. Ooh, my nose is unfortunately super clogged now. Not now, due to the having to get up, but just now, just due to the I don't know what's wrong with my body right now, but apparently something. Yeah. I at least have a lot more free time. Not really that much more free time, I'll be honest. Because I wasn't spending much time on the game, anyways. The Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes game. Because all I really was doing was I'd run my morning stuff, I'd do all that, and that was about it. I pretty much never got around to Grand Arena, really. Never really would get around to Conquest because I'd do it and then go, I hate this. And so it's like, I did my dailies, I pretty much automated my dailies. But past that, I was just like, I'm just not having fun. And then I finally went, yeah, I'm not having fun. I shouldn't be taking the time. And then so I didn't have to do anything this morning, which was nice. Like even, I enjoy being able to automate things, but there is the case of just avoiding it in general. Actually though, on that exact point, I do actually there's like a few games that I would enjoy automating or having going, like idle games or stuff. But because of the just simple fact that even if I can mostly automate it or just have a go and check it every so often, it still ends up taking time, and that is time I do not want to spend on it. It's why I haven't really done any of the like games for. Dang it! I really need to take that one out because they keep healing. I wanted to take the bird out first. Well, I haven't done really any like play games, get money kind of things for a while. Dog is back to barking. No idea why, other than he probably saw a person across the road, across the giant farm. uh, who knows though? Because it's the case of like I do enjoy getting an extra maybe like $20 or so a month, or every few weeks kind of thing. But I have to put a good amount of time and energy into those because of the fact that like I I try and run them incredibly optimally, which in turn ends up taking a good amount of time because you kind of have to be a bit attentive. And so it's the case of like, I enjoy the extra money. However, I'm just running out on the time department. So I had to cut back on those. Well, I do enjoy like doing the play games, get money, because there's a little thing called I do like being able to buy extra things that I enjoy. And doing those kind of like things allows me to basically mess around and then get some money, which then allows me to do what I want to do again. Which is just, very convenient. It's like, let me, spend some time playing this thing so I can spend the money to play this other thing. Let's take out the Weber. And I'm not talking about the Don't Starve character. The funny thing, actually, with Don't Starve Together, I haven't played Weber yet. I've really only played Maxwell, Abby, Walter, oh dang it, Wix, What's the demon dude's name? No, it starts with a W. Also, that's the fun thing. Pretty much everything with Don't Starve, character-wise, starts with a W, except for Maxwell. Because he was the king. For a while, at least. What was I thinking again? Right. Yeah, I really can't remember the demon dude's name. The Krampus like one. Wartox. I played him recently, and I very much enjoyed the teleportation. It was quite a neat trick. Unfortunately, I misunderstood the knapsack and thought it was to do with had its own inventory, and I was really looking forward to that. Unfortunately, I was tricked. I was like, oh, dang it. But yeah, I've had a ton of fun with like a bunch of the other ones. I don't. Oh yeah, right, Weber. I was like, how did I get onto that topic? I don't know. Then I remembered. It's been a while since I played Don't Starve Together, because I have a ton of fun with it. But once I like run out of goals to do, I'm like, what do I want to do now? Because I mean, that is the thing, and there's a reason behind it. They purposely made it so there wasn't any like goals, so that you didn't just like do all the goals and go, okay, now what? Where are? Yeah, good bit of ways. Don't think I'm gonna do it. Oh yeah, it was like, right, because I didn't upgrade mine as much. I am gonna get past them at least. I could probably get past her as well, since it's only a little bit more. I don't need to, but I can, and that's what's gonna, cause me to do it. Yeah, it's just the case of like, I have general ideas of like things I want to do with Don't Starve, and then I get to doing them. I get them done, and I'm like, okay, now what? Because it really is the case of like, I'm not sure what else I want to do in this world. And then eventually I end up coming up with an idea like, months down the line, and I add that to my list of things, basically. Not my to-do list, but my, like, Don't Starve plan list with, like, new worlds and stuff. And then I do a new world, have some fun with it, and then I get everything done and go, okay, now what? And then the cycle repeats. And usually it does tend to end up being influenced, at least somewhat, by whenever I see a new Don't Starve video go up, whether it's from Klei themselves. I think that's how you say the company name. One of their animated shorts, because oh my god, their animated shorts are amazing. It is legitimately the case of whenever there's a big update for Don't Starve Together, because they are playing ads. They're putting ads out that are the animated shorts. And it is the only ad that I will consistently watch all the way through unless I get like more than 3 in a day. Just because then it's like, okay, I've watched this too many times. But like, other than that, I end up watching the You Don't Starve Together ads so many times in full because it's just so fun, and there's like, it adds to the story, it shows off new stuff, it's a bunch of fun, and it's just like, it is, in my opinion, one of the more perfect examples of good marketing that's enjoyable for the customer as well, kind of thing. Because obviously there's always going to be effective marketing, where it's just like, it gets the "you're gonna buy this thing now," response. But those tend to end up being really boring and subconscious kind of things. But like with the Don't Starve Together ads, it is very much just the case of like the lore and like trying to figure or learn. Ah, dang. You know what? That worked out. That was like, is there anything we can turn to get a nice bonus turn? And indeed there was. I like how I got pulled back to front. It's like, and all is roughly as it was. And also they're good animations, like something you would just watch casually on an animation channel. So it's like, it's an enjoyable watch. You get to see some more lore. You get to see what's coming next. And hey, look, at the end, it goes, hey, can you buy your stuff? I mean, I'm pretty sure at least it has a banner of like, like this is when the update's coming out and like other things like that. I don't remember that part too well because like I mostly just remember the dang, I'm green. I mostly just remember the animation and the bits of story. Granted, I can't remember exact story or not. The lore and the mechanics of the new stuff. I don't remember it too well now because it's been a few months, I want to say, or maybe just a month. They usually end up running it only for like a week or so, which is a darn shame. I'd love to see more of them. But the recent one I remember saying was Charlie going or having dinner with Noma? Can't remember. The engineer lady. And I believe Maxwell was there as well. I want to say it was also Maxwell there. Yeah. It was Maxwell, Willoma, and Charlie. And it was basically the idea of if they had decided to go see Charlie's sister, Willoma. I'm going to just say Willoma. I don't know if that's the name, but I want to say it is. Either way, whenever I say Willoma, I mean the engineer lady. They went over to have dinner after being invited, that kind of thing. And like, I really should just send everyone to see the thing because it does the storytelling without any or not audio, without any talking. Way better than I can do it justice ever. Partly because I'm just not good at telling stories, it seems. Like, I'm not terrible with it when it comes to telling stories. Okay, who does the terror? Okay, oh, that makes sense here. The dang clowns. I should just punch them. Square in the chest. That'll surely kill them. That's what I've learned. What else? Yeah, but basically, for some reason, like Charlie was thinking of when Willoma had invited them. Oh, that was a mistake. That is, oh, that's really bad. Ugh. I don't think we're gonna be able to do this one because they're gonna steal my attack. So let's just retreat. Because without any damage, I will not be able to do it. Okay, though I do want to see. gosh, yeah, no. I want to be able to do it, and I might as well boost it up. For this one, at the very least. No, sweet. Terror Dude got replaced. Yeah. Reminiscing of like, oh, what if, they went there instead of doing their big show. Because the big show is what ends up, I meant to target them, actually. The big show is what ends up causing them to end up trapped in the in-between. I think it's the in-between. Gosh dang it. No, that's something else. Okay, just a second. I really want to check. Don't starve. The constant. I was like, why can't I think of what it is? But yeah, they get stuck in the or pulled into the constant. After trying to do some shadow magic a little bit too much in a sense. Instead of just the usual shadow puppetry, they tried to pull the shadows out of the book, and instead they were pulled into the book, into the constant. And then Maxwell became kind of the king there. Changed and shaped things, all that kind of fun stuff. And then Wilson eventually overthrows him, yada 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 yada. Oops, I meant to put that back down. But the key thing is that with that latest animated one, there was the basically story of, oh, I hate webs. Oh, and you turn brown to webs. Oh, that's even worse. This is an evil team, I say. An evil team. Guess I really didn't need to do that. Oh, perfect. We are taking out that chair. Maybe. Oh no, I'm silenced, dang it. Oh, this is such an annoying team. Because it got web silence, and then that can do anything. What do you do? You don't do. It's like annoying, and you're just kind of there. Granted, skulls are still really annoying. But yeah, it's just like, I like the last animated short for, or animated video ad for Don't Starve. It was quite nice. Okay. Please don't silence me. Okay. I guess, yeah, first deal with that. Then deal with that, and I'm about to lose them. That is the downside of the generators, is that, like, sometimes you can end up just screwing yourself over by putting things in the wrong place. Also, you don't even have any form of durability. Okay. But yeah, I kind of wish I could actually tell advertisers to just go, like, give me all of the, not even advertisers, dang it, I meant to lower it again, but all of the ad services to just, like, if there's any clay ads, feed those to me. They want me, and I really hate pretty much every other ad. I've gotten to the point where I've just started blocking most ads that I end up seeing, because it's the case of like, I hate this, 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 I hate this. And usually just due to how the marketing is. I mean, it almost always is the good old-fashioned case of predatory marketing, where it's just like, ah, yes, you know, I mean, makeup and stuff is the pinnacle of that. Like, oh yeah, you're not good enough, but you can be if you buy our stuff. And so it's like, I hate any kind of like makeup or beauty or any of that, those kind of ads, because they're almost always just, you know, evil things. What do you do? Dragon shift, it's kind of funny. Eh, they're not too bad at the very least. And then there's some, like the, well, still, I guess in some same vein-ish of, like soap ones that are just like, what the hell? It's like, you don't need to be going like madly thing. It's like, it's soap. Anyone can use soap. So it's like, I hate those. And then there's just some ads like, and then there's just some ads where it's like, why is this being, I don't need a car, or like, I don't need a team of business experts. I don't really have a business. There's so many things like that where it's just like, what in the world? And so, trying to think what else. I should go check the soul. Oh, there's also bounty. Check the Soul Forge, see if. I don't think you're useful. You're not too bad though. But no. Who are you? Who are you? Oh, reflect. Oh man. Cool. Also want the dudes with a ton of souls. I feel like you're different. Wait, what? Okay, blue dragon gem. I saw the dragon lord and was like, wait, did he change into something big? There are so many ads that I just despise on the internet that I've just gotten to the point where I'm just like, block, 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 block. And the thing is, I still end up seeing some of them again. Oh, also the fake mobile ad or mobile game ads. God, those are the worst. Also, one thing I've also noticed is like the categorizing of different ads are wild. I've seen all sorts of things where it's like, it's a gaming ad, but it's like, for like, it's under the business. And like there's just so many different things where it's like, or I've seen like a cleaning one that was under games for some reason. It's like, what? And it's just like a bunch of wild stuff like that. Oh, oh, excuse me. That might actually be louder now because the mic's above me. But yeah, it's just, ads are just so annoying. And like, unfortunately, can't really do much about it on Twitch, just due to the good old-fashioned case of, well, I have to have the ads going, and I get a little bit of money from them, where I don't on YouTube. And then also, biggest thing really is that if I don't have ads go every so often, then we get pre-roll ads, and no one wants pre-roll ads, because if they go into a channel and they immediately see an ad and they don't know the person, they're probably gonna leave, and no one wants that. Okay, but I am gonna call this good. I have had a good time. I know it's only been about an hour or so, but I still have a ton of stuff that I need to catch up on due to playing Planescape Torment for about a week. You know, I pushed off a good amount of other things to just spend as much time as I could plan that. So, still need to catch up on a few things, but I am glad to have streamed. I am so happy that the internet is back to stable. And also, I will upload the VODs today, or at least some of them. Hopefully faster now because of stable internet. I've kind of kept pushing it off partly due to poor internet connection or speeds, and it's like it'll take ages to upload it, and I don't want to start it when it won't finish, and a whole bunch of things. But this is early in the morning at this point. It's not really. So I have time to upload some of them today, and yeah. Until next time, hope you all have a wonderful time. Bye bye.